Hey there LT Gamers, welcome back to the channel. My name is Tom, and if you love games that test your wits and reward your patience, you're in the right place today. The Steam Autumn Sale is in full swing, but there is still some time left to snag some amazing deals before winter's kicking in. Luke and I are huge fans of grand strategy games, so we couldn't resist dropping our fourth and probably final video of the sale to help you pick up an epic title or two. Plus we've got an awesome giveaway for you today, Field of Glory Kingdoms, courtesy of the fine folks at Slytherin. If you want to win, it's simple, like the video, leave us a comment, and you'll have to be on Discord to receive your prize, and we'll announce the lucky winner in a pinned comment. In this video we're going to mix things up, we're going to have some retro games, classics, modern masterpieces, so a full variety of grand strategy styles to suit every taste. But also a quick fact for you, a lot of you watching right now are not subscribed, so if you're enjoying our content, hit that subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up and help us grow. It makes a huge difference and lets us bring you more of the content that you love. Alright, let's jump into the top 12 grand strategy games to grab in the Steam Autumn Sale. Field of Glory Kingdoms, 20% discount, €31.19. Coming in first is the game we're actually giving away, it's Field of Glory Kingdoms, a grand strategy gem that's all about politics, religion and war, but with one ultimate goal, to leave behind a legacy that stands the test of time. Set in 1054, right after the Great Schism, the game dives deep into over 2 centuries of European, African and Middle Eastern history. If you've ever wanted to shape the medieval world, this is your chance. You should pick this one up if you're a history buff who has a love for the medieval ages, and Kingdoms will be an absolute treat for you. Whether you want to drive the Reconquista, or vie for power within the Holy Roman Empire, or just forge your own path, the game offers a lot of possibilities. Fans of Europa Universalis or the Total War series will feel right at home here, but with enough unique twists to keep things fresh. It's not necessarily a replacement for those games, but it's a fantastic alternative to mix into your strategy rotation. Rich setting, engaging mechanics, Field of Glory Kingdoms delivers one of the most immersive grand strategy experiences that is focused on the early medieval period.
Ozymandias, 50% off, €7.49. This title reimagines the 4X strategy genre with a streamlined approach that focuses on fast, engaging gameplay. Set in the Bronze Age, it lets you expand your empire, establish cities and raise armies, all within a simplified yet strategic framework. Combat revolves around a unique power system, while custom and randomized victory conditions ensure every match feels fresh and challenging. With handcrafted maps, a short narrative campaign and multiplayer, Ozymandias is perfect for quick games without sacrificing depth. The minimalist design and focus on decision making make it accessible yet rewarding. So the real pro here is that streamlined 4X mechanic for faster gameplay. Now one thing I found a little frustrating is it never supported super widescreen, which I do kind of expect these days. Maybe I'm being a little bit dramatic about that, but it does work when you have a super wide system. And I think they're becoming more and more in vogue, or maybe they're not, I don't know. Maybe they're going backwards, I'm not sure, but I did find that aspect a little frustrating, but it was a fun experience on the Steam Deck and I will try it on my Legion Go. Overall, a really fun title, and it does things a little differently. Victoria 3, 50% off, €24.99. This game allows players to sculpt their ideal society during the transformative 19th century. Spanning from 1836 to 1936, the game combines deep socio-economic simulation with political strategy, tasking you to balance competing interests, manage revolutions, and expand your influence in a rapidly modernizing world. While it sounds great on paper, the execution might not have reached those heights. However, with intricate population dynamics, a robust economic system, and diplomatic tools, Victoria 3 offers an unparalleled society simulator. Whether you aim to preserve tradition or usher in radical reform, your leadership will shape the destiny of your nation on the global stage. Now, I played about 5 to 10 hours of this, and yes, it wasn't the best experience, but however, if you're into this time period, it is a beautiful simulation of the age, and you can dive into it, and I'm sure you will get some enjoyment from it. But buyer beware here, there's a steep learning curve, and a lot of sitting around waiting for things to happen.
Crusader Kings 3, 70% discount, €14.99. Next up we have the iconic Crusader Kings 3, a grand strategy game that's as much about ruling as it is about messy, glorious chaos of medieval life. Love, fighting, scheming and building a legacy that stretches across generations, but remember in this game, dying is only the beginning. Why should you dive into Crusader Kings 3? Well, it's not a typical strategy game. You're not just managing a nation, you play characters, complete with personality traits that influence how you approach each situation and decision. Maybe you're a ruthless schemer who backstabs rivals, or maybe you're a kind-hearted ruler who prioritizes alliances and peace. You have the choice, but the game always has surprises for you up its sleeve. What makes this one truly special is it is that mix of grand strategy and role-playing. Just when you think you've got everything under control, the game will throw you a curveball, an unexpected event, a rival plot, or even your own children turning against you. You gotta roll with the punches and adapt your strategy on the fly. And if we're talking replayability, it is absolutely insane. No two campaigns ever feel the same, and the devs have given a lot of love to the game recently. So whether you're here for deep strategy or the medieval soap opera drama, Crusader Kings 3 is a game that will give you both. If you haven't played it yet, grab it in this sale and see what kind of legacy you want to build yourself. Knights of Honor 2, 67% discount, €14.84. Next up we have Knights of Honor 2 Sovereign, a hidden gem in my opinion in the grand strategy world. This is the kind of game that sneaks up on you, and before you know it, you spent dozens of hours leading your medieval civilization to glory. What makes this one special is imagine the epic battles of Total War, combined with the intrigue and lineage mechanics of Crusader Kings 3, but with a lighter and more approachable touch overall. You get the depth without feeling overwhelmed. It's got just enough politics and lineage mechanics to feel meaningful, but it doesn't bog you down. The best part is, Knights of Honor 2 becomes fully polished. You don't need to buy countless DLC to get the latest version of the game. It has full mod support through the workshop, so it's a complete package right out of the box. And if you've ever thought, hey, I wish there was something between Total War and Crusader Kings, this might be the perfect game for you. Don't sleep on it, check it out in the sale and thank us later. Age of History 2, 50% discount, €2.49. Let's talk about a true indie classic now in the grand strategy world, Age of History 2. This is one of those games that's deceptively simple to pick up, but incredibly challenging to master. Your goal is to use military strategy and clever diplomacy to either unify the world or conquer it outright. Do you want to bring peace, or do you want the world to bleed for your ambitions? Why should you give this one a shot? If you're a history buff like me, the game's pure gold. It's addictive in the best way. It's one of those games that lets you unwind after a long day and still feel like it's not too overwhelming. And thanks to our thriving modding community, there's always something new to try, so it never feels stale. It has some flaws, but they're minor and they don't detract from the fun. And if you want to dive even deeper, Age of History 3 has just dropped recently and it's at a great price point as well. If you love history and crafting your own alternate versions of it, this is one game you want to keep coming back to. It's perfect for the Steam sale. Grab it and start shaping the world as you see fit.
Star Dynasties, 70% off, €8.99. This game offers a rich narrative-driven experience set in a fragmented galaxy where Earth's destruction has sent humanity into a technological dark age. As the leader of a feudal dynasty, you'll navigate complex webs of personal politics, societal obligations, and aristocratic intrigue. I really outdid myself with that script. The game blends turn-based strategy with procedurally generated storytelling, creating unique galaxy and story every playthrough. Now let me be honest here, this is a game I love to this day, and I play this all the time on my main computer and on my Legion Go. I absolutely love this game. Now it definitely has its flaws, but I find it a really relaxing experience to plan out my empire in this dystopian future. Honestly guys, it's just such a great title, give it a chance. You can also pick up the Bloodlines DLC, which allows greater customization of your family, and there are some pretty cool mods for this, like Dune names and other items that improve the UI. Overall, although it wasn't critically amazingly reviewed, does that even make sense? It's just one of my personal favourites, and I'm going to stick with that. However, saying that, it's still rated 70% mostly positive on Steam. People seem to be annoyed that the developer finished the game and moved on. I mean, that's how games used to be.
Imperium's Greek Wars, 68% discount, €9.59. Next up we've got Imperium's Greek Wars, a game that's a perfect blend of a turn-based 4X and historical grand strategy, with just a hint of mythology sprinkled in. If you've ever wanted to step back into the ancient world and build a civilization, this is the game for you. Survive, expand, conquer, and then claim victory. The game feels like a love letter to old school turn-based strategy fans. It strikes that perfect balance. It's simple enough to pick up, but it has enough depth and context to it to keep you hooked. It's easy to learn and hard to master, and you never feel bogged down with unnecessary complexity. For those of you who enjoy the Civilization series but crave something with maybe more depth and focus, Imperium's Greek Wars is a fantastic alternative. Plus the DLC for this are reasonably priced, and they add even more layers and time periods to an already rich experience.
Hearts of Iron 4, 70% off, €14.99. Take command of your nation during World War II in Hearts of Iron 4, the definitive grand strategy wargame from Paradox Interactive. Lead any country through the pivotal moments of history's greatest conflict, shaping its destiny as you manage military operations, political alliances, and industrial powerhouses. The game gives you the tools to rewrite history, whether you aim to dominate the globe or fight for survival against overwhelming odds. With deep systems covering everything from battle tactics to production chains, Hearts of Iron 4 is a must-play for fans of strategy and historical simulation. There's not really a lot else I can say. You probably know of this game, and if you've been on the fence, it really is a great title and one of the best in its genre. Go and pick it up. Also, check out the mods video I did. Now, some of the mods have probably moved on. However, it is a good guide and there are some really cool things out there. There's even a My Little Pony mod that people rave about, so if that's your thing, knock yourself out.
Europa Universalis IV, 90% discount, €4.99. Let's dive now into Europa Universalis IV, the game I've played the most hours on Steam. It's the ultimate sandbox for history buffs and strategy lovers. It's the game that gives you the keys to the world from 1444 to 1821 and lets you rewrite history however you see fit. If you've ever wondered what would happen if the Aztecs conquered Europe, you can try it. Or if Byzantium rose again as the world's dominant empire, you can make it happen. At its core, you manage the economy, you build armies, you forge alliances, and you break them when the time is right. And you don't just witness things, you shape them. The depth here is staggering in the best way possible. You juggle trade, colonization, religion, diplomacy, and much, much more. It is very overwhelming at first, but once you master the basics, the payoff is incredible. And the replayability is essentially endless. With hundreds of nations to choose from and unique circumstances to each game, you never have the same experience twice. Visually, it's all about the map. It's surprisingly satisfying to watch your colour spread as your empire grows. The music, the presentation, it's pure epicness. The one caveat with this game, like many Paradox ones, you have to be prepared to pay for some DLC as well, but this game is truly something special, there is no escaping that, and now's a good time to jump in. Shadows of Forbidden Gods, 60% discount, €6.71. If you're looking for something truly unique, let me introduce you to Shadows of Forbidden Gods. In this game, you're not the hero trying to save the world, you're the Dark Elder God plotting its doom. Unleash chaos and bring about the apocalypse. You'll use your agents to spread plague, famine and madness, all while avoiding those pesky, meddling heroes desperate to stop you. The variety on this one is incredible. The game is less about rigid strategy, and more about a sandbox experience where you mix, match and experiment endlessly. The gods you play completely change the game, so each one offers a fresh challenge and new ways to wreak havoc. Combine that with a dynamic world where characters live their own lives and you've got a huge amount of replayability. Fans of Crusader Kings will feel right at home here. The map gameplay and emergent storytelling are similar, but with this dark apocalyptic twist. You can even sit back and watch the world unfold like a living simulation, it's that rich with detail. Shadows of Forbidden Gods is a hidden gem for anyone who loves map-based strategy games or sandbox-style chaos. It's a time sink for sure, but one you'll happily lose yourself in. Grab it during the Steam sale and enjoy it during the holiday period.
Darkest Hour, a Hearts of Iron game, 80% off, €1.99. This is a unique standalone entry in the Hearts of Iron series, developed by dedicated modders from the Paradox forum. That's pretty cool actually. It offers players a chance to relive pivotal moments of the 20th century, spanning from the outbreak of the Great War to the early stages of the Cold War. With its mix of short and expansive campaigns, the game delivers a blend of strategic depth and narrative richness. The game introduces a refined map for better detail, a dynamic diplomacy system for influencing history, and an advanced AI capable of responding to a multitude of scenarios. Whether you're reshaping World War I or navigating Cold War tensions, Darkest Hour offers a tailored Hearts of Iron experience with plenty of strategic opportunities.
And that wraps it up for our list of the top 12 grand strategy games to grab during the Steam Autumn Sale. Whether you're commanding armies, building empires, or plotting world domination, there should be something here for every type of strategy gamer. If you've enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, of course, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell to keep up with all our content. Don't forget about the Field of Glory's Kingdoms giveaway as well, the details are in the introduction. We love to hear your thoughts. What's your favourite grand strategy games? Did we miss one out that you think deserves a spot on this sales list? Drop your picks in the comments and let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye now.